From viral sensation to serious screen dominator, my guest tonight has never played by the rules. You knew her as the AKANCHAWA baddie, all glamour, all glow, but now she's flipping the script and shaking the industry as Idia in the raw, unflinching film To Kill a Monkey. It's bold, it's bloody, and it's nothing like the Lilian you thought you knew. Now, this isn't just a role, it's a rebirth. And tonight, she's here to tell it all unfiltered. Lilian Afegbai, welcome to JNR. Of course, it's so good to have you here. When I found out you're going to be here, I was super excited. You're having a moment. You're having a moment. You've had a lot of moments in your career. A lot of people don't know that you've been doing this for a while. How are you feeling about this moment you're having right now?
I'm very grateful to God. I'm filled with so much gratitude, and I'm just excited. I'm happy. I'm just enjoying it, and just enjoying it because I'm just grateful.
Let's take it back. I mean, people don't know that you've been in this industry for a while. You know, people don't know that you've been here, you've paid your dues. And when you come online and say certain things, people are like, but you've actually paid your dues.
Yes.
People don't know that you were actually in Big Brother Africa.
Yes, people don't know that. I mean, they've forgotten.
They've forgotten.
Yeah.
Wow. So from that person you were on Big Brother Africa to this person now, talk to us about the evolution you've had and the change you've had in your career.
So to be fair, if anyone that has been following my journey, they could see the growth. They could see the changes. I've obviously evolved. When I was in Big Brother, that was in 2014. I was young. I was
22, sexy Lily.
I know, right? I was young. I was naive. I mean, I was just like, I just want to have fun. You know, no direction much. Just having a good time. And moving forward, I began to understand, you know, branding, and also the fact that people look up to you. Perception is a thing, you know, things you say, you know how we can be nonchalant as a celebrity and just say certain things. But at the end of the day, that's what we knew at the time. We're also human beings and we're also learning, right? So I've learned, I've unlearned, I'm learning, and I'm just becoming the better version of myself every day. So there's been growth, there's been challenges, there's been obviously people saying, oh, who's she? Who's she? Is she an actress? How many movies she don't act? I don't know. You know, there's been all of that, but in all of it, you just always find a way to silence the noise and keep going. So yeah.
Another exciting thing about you that some people might not know is that you're also an AMVCA winner.
Yeah.
You know, this time you're just winning AMVCA now.
I know.
You won in 2018.
Yeah, don't say.
Don't say. Talk to us about that moment, winning an AMVCA. And not a lot of people recognizing the fact that you've won, and not just as an actress, but as a producer of a movie. And you have people like Mr. Dominic in the movie. So talk to us about that movie, Bound, and how people should know that not be today, just starts.
So Bound, winning AMVCA was a life-changing moment for me because I never thought I'd be nominated. Like let me just put in the movie, whatever. And that was my first production. I never went to production school or film school. I never knew anything at the time. So it was just me just using my say, oh, I sabi do this thing, and getting the best hands like Rita Dominic, Aina, and you know, a host of others to perfect what I had, the vision I had in my head. And luckily for me, I had a supporter, my uncle who was my EP, Dr. Eluka. God bless him so much, who sponsored the film and gave me my big break. But I mean, acting was my first love. Then I started producing, and I've been producing since then. I've done series, I've done lists, I've done a couple of productions. I've produced for people as well. But people don't see these things. They don't see the hard work you put in until things, you know, you really just have, when God says it's your time at the end of the day, because as much as we can put in all the work and all the whatever we think we're doing, if it's not your time, it's not your time. If God thinks you're not ready, then you're not ready, right? So it's just been a lot of hard work put in, and I'm just glad that people are finally beginning to see it. And here I am. So I feel like everything just works together for my good at the end of the day. So yeah.
Let's talk a bit about that moment, because even in your recent video talking about, that training video, talking about how you got the role, came at Atiba, you know, meeting you and everything, and Colette, and that entire, I watched like the 2 parts, or on 3 parts. I watched everything. And so let's talk about the moment where you were not getting the recognition, even though you know you've put in the work. And because there's something that is just general in the industry. People undermine the work that women put in the industry. They believe that be that fine girl, so now waiting cause you know, or maybe she's doing something that everybody, small girl, big girl, remember when that was a thing. How did you deal with all of that?
It was hard. I'm not gonna come here and pretend and say it was nice. I got depressed a couple of times. I had moments where I just wanted to quit it all and just say, you know what, I'm done. This whole thing, I'm just done. Like, there's no point. Like, what's really going on? And in all those moments, I would break down. I would cry. I would, even talk to people. Like, it's even funny when you talk to friends that maybe produce and maybe they obviously have larger funds than you to project you, and they have a platform and an opportunity to project you, but they'll rather just project someone that's probably not even an actor because they are trending or they have a huge following and you don't at the time, right? There's no how you want to sugarcoat it. It breaks you down. You feel sad. And for me, in all those moments, I just kept holding on to, I will have to keep going, because I keep saying, now who quit, now lose, So it was very challenging for me. And it was a very, very, very down period for me, because for me, it was more like I keep putting in the work and I'm not being acknowledged, I'm not being seen, and people are not respecting my work. You still see comments like, which movie she don't act? And I'm like, I've been acting since 2009. Like, I've been acting, and I've not just been acting. I've acted with quality people, G. Mike, Genevieve, quality actors, veterans. So it's not like I'm just one sideline actor you can just ignore. I've done series like Ajoche on Mnet, Do Good, way back. Yeah. But like I said, they choose not to see you. It's just them. But then it gets to a point where God says, you know what, I will have to open their eyes and force them to see you. And then they're like, oh my gosh, she's such a fantastic actor.
Now, I know we want to talk more about Kill a Monkey, but I want to do something, because you mentioned people don't see the work. There's something I said I was personally going to do. So 2008, you were in Tinsel. 2012, The Kingdom, Undercover Lover. 2015, Wrote Yesterday, Pepper Soup, The Wedding. 2016, A Little White Lie, Happy Ending, The Therapist, Atlas, My Wife and I. 2017, The Women, Dance to My Beat. 2018, Moms at War, Merry Men. 2020, The Vision, A Tiny Line. I'm not saying all the movies in those years, by the way. 2021, The Reckoner, Third Avenue. 2022, Double Strings, Hotel Lamb, Baba, Momiwa. 2024, Dead Serious, Real Love, and also To Kill a Monkey. So this is me saying that people need to know that you've been at this for a while. Yeah. So think about your first day on set of Tinsel. They said if you don't date Tinsel, you never start anything. What was that moment for you getting to be on a project like Tinsel, the iconic Tinsel, as long ago as it was?
For me, I was super excited because, before you get on Tinsel, you will be watching Tinsel. So you see the actors, everyone loved Tinsel. We loved the storyline. So as an actor, you want to be on Tinsel. You want to, even if it's like a cameo, you don't even mind. You just want to be part of Tinsel, because it was like the rave of the moment. Everyone watches Tinsel. Mothers, fathers, kids, everyone. So my first day on set, I remember that I went into the studio and it was so huge. Like the set, they had different sets. I was so excited. I just wanted to act. But you know how it is. They'll put you in the waiting area. They'll give you your script. They will obviously have to attend to the leads first. We are like waka pass. And so I'm just there for my one scene, waiting for my one scene, excited. And when I did it, I was just like, thank God, I finally did it. And then they called me again. They started, extending my scenes, like gradually here and there. Come for this episode, come for that episode. But then the thing is, before then, I have already started acting. So my first movie was in 2009 with Jim Ike, Merun Joku, Eukaria, like a host of others. Then I was in uni, right? And we shot it in Benin. And after that, I did another one in Abuja with like Annie Macaulay, Tana Adenala, Chelsea Eze, like a couple of them then in Abuja. And then I came to Lagos. I started doing like Amof. They used to do Amof then, like short series that we used to go to Magodo to do. They would just be casting on Wakapa. And because I was also working with Lagos, I was a tax collector. I was working with Lagos State Internal Revenue when I moved here. So I didn't also have time to really focus. So I always just used to sneak out of work and lie. My grandfather is dead. My grandmother is dead. So because they are dead, I'm always saying they are dying. So today is my father's side grandmother that died. Tomorrow is my mother's mother. Because they were dead. So I kept using it until one day I'm just like, what? I just have to quit this job. It's not even there was nobody to die again. I said, God, my two side they've died. So who will I use? I got my great grandchildren. So I just then quitted my job and then focused. So yeah, it was exciting.
I like the fact that you brought up Benin and shooting in Benin. You grew up in Edo State and then went to Benson Dausa University and read accounting there. So I'm saying all of these things so people know that there's actually a story, that there is, because people see the beautiful person, the funny person, the person that is having this moment. And sometimes people forget that, this person had a life and this person built up to this point. So let's talk about, growing up in Edo State. What was growing up in Edo State like for you? What do you remember? What are your fondest fondest memories growing up in Edo State?
So growing up in Edo State, because I came from a very strict home, I wasn't going out. I didn't have like freedom, right?
Yeah.
I was very caged. In secondary school, I was in boarding school. So once I'm not in boarding school, I'm going home or I'm traveling out of the country to meet my siblings. So I'm like cage. So I didn't really have time to explore until I got into the university. So that was like oh my gosh, like I'm in university, I must explore. And then I remember that I was in campus where I kept doing bad things so they can tell me I have to leave campus. I can't stay in campus again because I wanted to stay off campus so I could have enough freedom, like to do things, to go out. So like, you know, when they release you out of cage, it's like, hey, I want to just dive into the world. Guess what? Yeah, so I did this movie with Jim Mike. So I had to face a school panel. It was a whole thing. I thought they were going to expel me. They said, how can I do a sex scene in this? It wasn't like a sex. I'm like, it's make believe. If we don't do it, who would do it? We have to. I'm the actor. Like, they literally almost expelled me. So that led to me even leaving like campus. I started staying off campus after my suspension, blah, blah, blah. So I, started going out and all the fun memories I could remember, like obviously like hanging out, going to Matt Ice on EMR Road, my favorite spot. I like the ice cream there. And then when it was time to go, I needed to go because I was tired. I'm just like, I need to go to Lagos
and find my passion.
Find my dreams. I need to go and be famous.
So this person that was saying school was churchy, how do you recognize this person now that doesn't play with church? Because the person then obviously was like, this school, church too plenty for here. Yeah. But now, even from your videos and people that know you personally know that you don't play with your faith, you don't play with church. What year was that? What moment was that you had that epiphany or that change? Like, you know what? I think I should focus on God. Or was it the struggles in industry that led you to God? What was that moment for you?
So to be fair with you, right? I was always because I was as a Christian, the way they force us to do, you must go to chapel, you must do this. Growing up, so they made Christianity a chore. They made it so hectic, So when you get your freedom, you're just like, I'll go to church when I can go to church. Really, I'll pray when I can pray. I'll read my Bible when I can, because you've read you read your Bible, even your sleep. When the devil is shouting, you start preaching, right? So when you get to this adult, you're like, I beg, make I just day. I go pray when I want to pray. I'll go to church when I want to church. I had to leave Catholic church because my family is Catholic, so you must go to Catholic church. So when I got here, I'm like, I'm not Catholic. I want to go to Pentecost because I want to live my life. I want to just find my faith. But I was always that Christian that when I'm going through a lot, I'll run to God. God, please. God, if you do this to me, God, just do that. I will strip naked. God, my enemy. He will give me that thing, I'll go back to my old ways. I was hey, where the man? Where is he? What is the song? I'll go back to the street. And when life do me again, I'll come back to him. I'll beg again. So me and him have always had that back and forth relationship. But the breaking point for me was when my dad died 4 years ago, and I was going through a lot. My dad had just died. The whole country was against me. Everyone was insulting me. Everyone was dragging me. I didn't have a career that was like kicking. So even say, let me hold on to this one, right? I went to the end of myself. I had no one to run to. I couldn't explain to my friends because I just felt they wouldn't even understand. Like, I couldn't explain how I felt because I couldn't put it in words, right? So I needed to find someone who can understand my unspoken words. And the only person that could do that was God, right? So I started building my relationship with him. And I found myself in the Logic Church. I keep saying my church is also a huge part of my personal relationship with God because I found grace. I understood what grace meant. My power in Christ, how I can demand things, how I can say things into existence, right?
Hey, what that babe? She didn't come here to play. She wanted to some preach for us.
So I think 4 years ago was when I just I say, I'm me and this guy. And when I started seeing certain things, when they say he will never leave you stranded, he actually will never. Yeah. So when you come to the end of yourself and you now leave your career that is stressing you, everything to him, that's what will kill a monkey. That's the kind of thing that happens. So this happens. Right? So.
All right, we're talking to Lilian Afegbai, the superstar actress Idia in the amazing TKAM I production To Kill a Monkey. We're talking about her journey, and of course, I know you guys are saying, Jay, get to Kill a Monkey. We will get there, but we need to know the person behind the role, okay? Don't forget, we're streaming live on Instagram, 885_UFM, across board on TikTok, J_on air. We're also on radio right here, 88.5 UFM, also on UFM's Instagram as well, 885_UFM. Let's talk a bit about your 4 years ago. You said the country was against you. Your father had passed on. I remember that even some people that said they did not know you, they knew you that time because you were getting dragged. I don't know if it was something that you said or did. They involved your mom. It was an entire thing. Talk to us a bit more about that time and why you really did not come out to say anything about it. I don't think you've even addressed, you know,
and
that.
I don't think I will ever address it.
You don't think so?
No, I don't.
Why?
I don't think it's necessary. I just feel like people would still think and have a perception of you and still run with whatever they want to run with. And I realize that I know sometimes people think it's always okay to say something and address things, but sometimes what you don't give life to doesn't have life. We tend to give life to things, and that's why it has life, and then it can come to life and they can start drag. Because if I probably did not even say something, it probably would just be a case of they go drag you, you know, Nigeria after 2 days. I mean, I'm not there lost. I'm like, what? I'm new to the gist. I'm like, hey, really? That's why this thing happened. One more now, why choco? Because for me, I realized that everything that happened prepared me for where I am now. So God needs to know you are prepared before He even gives you the bigger picture ahead. Because before then, I never understood what it meant to be. I run away from cold. I don't like drama. I have bad mouth, but if it's time for fight, I'll run. I'm a coward, no problem. I will run. I will just insult you and run. I don't like unnecessary drama because life is not that hard. It's not that. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I like that you said, you know, you don't pay attention to that, but did you feel bad for the other people in your life? Because more than it being about you, it was about the people in your life. Your family was dragged into it. Did you feel any sense of guilt? Did you feel any kind of way? Not just because it was about you. I mean, your name was a popular name, but they left you and went into your family, your mom and all of that. How did you deal with that, especially because of your family?
For me, I'm always, I come first. My mental health, me, my person comes first because I'm important, right? As much as I think of everyone around me, I love my family, I love everyone around me, but I also have to be mentally in a good state to even process and think of the next person, right? So the good thing about it is the people around me are very strong. They're probably stronger than me. They are the strongest people I know, right? And they are my source of strength. Do you get what I mean? So for some reason, they are always good. Even in their worst moments, I would never know because they're always strong for me. Do you get what I mean? Because I'm very, I'm crying. They've seen life. They've been there. They're older. So I'm the new one to the room. So it's really me that is in the hot seat at the end of the day. So I think it was just about me at that point and how I could get out from that mental space where I was, because I was in a very dark place. And I was just focusing on me. I was priority at that time.
You take a break off social media, and how did you know that it was the right time? Because people that know your content know that, I mean, fashion, beauty, funny. How did you know it was the right time to come back and say, this is the Lilian Afe that you guys know? Because again, you know, I'm sure people were constantly dropping comments. You may have had to lock your comment section. It was a lot of things. How did you know that, you know what, I'm going to come back and I'm just going to keep living my exciting life?
So I didn't know when was the right time. I wasn't sure if it was the right time or if it was not. But you know, when you go through a dark place and you come out of it, it's a different kind of strength that you get. It's like you come out stronger times 10. It's like there's this ordained shit that comes with you. That's the thing I keep telling people. When you insult somebody so much and you insult them with the worst thing in the world, and then they come out of it, it's over. Because what's the worst thing you can now say to them? You said it. So for me, it was just like, I'm back. Like, I'll live with the insults. I'll live with the hate. I remember that the next year, all my prayer points was about, God, change the way people see me. Let people see me and love me. God, change my perception. Take everything away from me. I want to be poor, but I want to be loved. That was my prayer point. It was so crazy. I know I kept praying every day, every morning, day and night. I'm like, and then He gave me AKANCHAWA BADDIE. So God knew that it was not about them loving me. They needed to love a character that is me, which is AKANCHAWA BADDIE. So AKANCHAWA BADDIE is Lilian Afegbai, but you love AKANCHAWA BADDIE, so you love me. I
like how you brought up AKANCHAWA BADDIE, because that's what I was going to. How did AKANCHAWA BADDIE come about? I know that you have said on your page that, you know, I mean, I don't have to speak pidgin like you. Now, God, just give me the thing. You understand? Talk to us about that, and how did you deal with that success? How did you deal with all of that?
So at first I was having anxiety. It was coming from a place of, now when people love certain things that you do and they find you funny, it's always a case of, the next one, will they like it? Will they love it? Will it be funny? Will it slap? So you see, I'm like, maybe I should just rather not do it too. It's better I don't do it too. So you are having anxiety, you're fighting yourself. Sometimes, let me not drop it too. They might not like, this one not funny. You're not overthinking it, right? So I battled with that, and then I came out of it again. I prayed, and God will always find a way to bring me out of it somehow. Maybe I'll go somewhere, person will be like, AKANCHAWA BADDIE, oh my God, that's your story. And then that will excite me, and I'll go home. I'm like, she said that. I'll go and sit on my chair. I'll wear my robe. I'll record something, and it will slap again. So it was like battle in my head until one time when I get to, I say, you know what? It's not that hard. If I post, I go post that. If you know that, that story, who don't like story? That story I give you. So if you don't want to hear a sweet story, in my head, I know that can't help you. So for me, I just got to a point where I say, just anytime I post, I just post. So you have to get to a point of just do. So it became exciting for me. So it became a fun place. Yeah. And I think God knew that I'm a very direct person. I like to tell people how I feel. I like to say how I feel. But when I a celebrity, as they say, you cannot say this, you cannot say that, you cannot AKANCHAWA BADDIE if you talk anything. AKANCHAWA BADDIE can say what I cannot say. I might not be able to say blockers. AKANCHAWA BADDIE can say blockers. Lilian Afegbai cannot say blockers. But AKANCHAWA BADDIE can say blockers. So there is now a brand that can talk anyhow and she's so funny. So yeah.
Now, seeing that Kemi Adetiba, the lady that you were saying you wanted so much to collaborate with her, you wanted so much to work with her, finding out that she had seen a video of AKANCHAWA BADDIE and she laughed so much, and that was just saying, and this was somebody that you did not know knew you and knew your work. How did you deal with that, knowing that she knew you and had seen you?
I'm so that day, I just started crying. I remember the day we had the personal conversation. I just broke down and started crying. Hey, all these kind of questions. That's what they do for you. I've been on the stress. They ask me emotional questions. Anyways, but I started crying. I remember I was just like, wow. And it's so funny because before that time, I was just like, I'm not going to record AKANCHAWA BADDIE again. Maybe AKANCHAWA BADDIE is making my brand look so like touty. People now think I'm not touche. I want to be a touche girl. I want to be a baddie. So by the time she told me about the first, when she told me about seeing me, this is the ginger. It's like, I'm like, holy water. Now my jazz with it. Make I go there talk because make I not go miss opportunity again. And then seeing her, she's like LA, she's like, oh my God, I just said she's fascinated. I'm like, really? I was like, wow, that's crazy. It's okay, but I was emotional. A lot was just running to my mind. It's just like the person where God go send no go stress you. The person where go help your helper no go, go stress you. All those times, those people that you are thinking will be the ones to take you. He wanted someone new that you don't know. That will come, see your talent and identify your talent and call you for your talent, pay you, treat you well, and you go. And when they release the film, it's a hit. Like everything is just aligning. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
So I'm going to be asking you a lot of firsts now. The first I'm going to ask you is the day you got the call or an email to say you have been cast as Idia in To Kill a Monkey, a movie production by the Kemi Adetiba. Was it a phone call? Was it an email? What was the reaction?
It was a phone call trying to negotiate, right? Straight up, to negotiate, to say, you've been casted, and we would like to have your man make contact to negotiate. First of all, I felt muted the call. I was shouting.
Was anybody with you?
No, I was screaming, jumping, muted. I'm so sorry, network. Sorry, you're saying that's just the network in my house. It's so bad. No, Benny, I mute you, sir. I used to scream. I was going crazy. And then he was like, negotiate. I said, I don't get money. I want it. I said, I'll call you back, email, just like this. Yeah, but I was excited.
You're excited. Let's go to the next first. The day you got on set, or the day you got the script. Because at the time, I'm not sure you knew those that were going to be in the movie, but eventually you found out that,
I know when we got the script, we knew, by the time we got the script, we knew the people,
So when you got the script and you saw how important your character was to the arc of the entire story.
When I got the script, now don't forget that you cannot really post it, you cannot, everything is hush hush, you can't say much, everything is like hush hush, because, I did not see that I was reading. And the script was so big, but I said, it's time to travel. Go and read it on a night. Go and read it somewhere where the script to enter your bendula blongata. Because I knew that I need to to pieces. You see the say you kill it? I said, I know. I went with knife, dagger, and I was not going to hear you will see. You will, you will learn the hard way. You will know that this girl, no. I shook my hand for you. Everything was intentional. Like I broke my script down. So when I got it, I was so excited. I was screaming. I went home. I just sat on the floor. I started breaking. I carried my marker, red, pink, blue. I started, detailing. And bear in mind, I defended my film school admission 3 times.
Wow.
Because after the audition, you're not sure. So I'm like, what if I now go to school and they now say this period we are shooting?
Yeah.
So after they now gave us the script, they picked a date. But even that date, we did not start. So I defied my audition again because I planned that, okay, after I shoot, immediately I'll go. So before I just said, let me just defy it to next year. When we just shoot, I will just continue my life. But it was good.
So another first, the day you got on the set and you saw that this is not fake, this is real. I'm in a TKAM I movie to kill a monkey. How was that?
I was so nervous because I've heard things of the TKAM I. I don't hear say, she can do 100 takes, 150 takes on one scene. If she does not like it, So I was so nervous. If I just act one, me she just shake. Like I want to see her on my side and say, they laugh. So my first scene was that polo scene. That was the first scene I shot in the production.
Wow.
Yeah, that polo scene. So I was like, I had to. I remember I'd run my lines. I went to meet Stella Damascus where she was to run my lines, with her, the weeks before, just to get familiar, meet her, know her, veteran now and all that. So, I was nervous. I was having mixed. It was different emotions. I didn't know how because I'm just like, hey, she be like, hey, I had to kill it out. But luckily for me, she's easy. Like, you have conversations. She'll talk to you about the character. So she was able to obviously calm me down. But when it was good time, I knew that there was no. I said, I'll give you the first test. We'll first murder you first. So any other extra you take, let's just take it. But you see that first one, I'll make it wild. Like, I'll give you the all that you need.
We're still talking to the amazing Lilian Afegbai, who is having a moment in the movie To Kill a Monkey. She's playing the character Idia. If you've not seen it, I don't know what you're watching though. Anyway, we're having this conversation with her. At some point, I'll be taking phone calls in case you want to ask 1 or 2 questions. I'll take 1 or 2 phone calls and some messages off social media. I want to talk to you about seeing the reaction on social media. 4 or 5 years ago, when your name was searched on the same social media, it was for dragging, it was insulting your family, it was a lot of things. It pushed you so much you had to go through a depressive episode. You're in a movie with superstars. So I want to really put this in context. Remember, AKANCHAWA is in this movie. Butchie Franklin is in this movie. William Benson is in this movie. You have amazing actors. But for some reason, a lot of people are drawn to your character. And people are not saying, she don't do AKANCHAWA BADDIE. It's easy for her. People are saying she's fantastic. The comments are amazing. Like, you go and search your name. Compare that to 4 years ago. What does that do for you?
It just makes me very grateful. Extremely grateful to God, because it just shows that nothing is permanent. Like, now I can tell you I can see my future so bright. For the first time in my life, I can see my life right in front of me. Like, I have confidence in God. I'm like, I don't see. I just see how you roll. Okay, I deal with you fully active, right? Because I've seen it. There's evidence. Like, people are commenting, people are seeing me outside. I'm like, oh my God, Idia, they're happy, they're taking pictures, and I'm excited.
It's like they're seeing a fresh person.
Yeah, it feels like for some people, they're like, I didn't know her before. No problem, welcome. Yes, I'm new. This is my first production. I agree. Some people are going to watch my things I've done in the past, my series on YouTube. So it's just I'm just grateful, and I'm just in a place of gratitude, right? And it's just overwhelming for me because, bro, when the movie dropped, I was on set, I was filming. So from like Sunday, I started really, and when we're shooting on network, so I say I could just post it. I'll just say, I see Jesus. I want a reply. I'm used to my small. I want a reply. Normal, I reply my comment. Everybody normal, like I can reply. I'm just like, it's overwhelming, but I'm happy. I can't complain.
Amazing. We're taking a phone call now, so you may need to use your headset to hear what this person has to say. Hello, welcome to the show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good evening.
Good evening. This excitement is serious. So what's your name first?
Yes, I'm driving, and honestly, the statement Idia just said, okay, this is Olaoluwa calling from Yaba.
Welcome, right? Olaoluwa. Go ahead.
And honestly, the statement she just made now to say, there are some people that are like, who is this lady? I'm one of them, Idia. And sorry, I'm calling it Idia.
It's fine.
I'm one of them. And honestly, maybe I'm not on the social media to start tracking people, but I loved your character. I loved the energy.
Thank you so much.
I loved everything you put into that movie. Really, honestly, and then of course I'm part of those people that when I then checked you out, I then read your name. I was like, oh, how come we've not seen this lady on the screen all this while? So well done. And
Thank you.
Femi Adetiba, honestly, she killed it. I've been waiting for a movie and I got it. I didn't just get it. I got it with all of the energy. Well done, lady.
Thank you so much. God
done.
bless. Thank
I'm
you
wishing
so
all the very
much.
best. And
Thank
to tell you, just to mention again, please be you. We are out here rooting for you.
Thank
Even
you.
distant fans, we
Thank
are
you
out
so
here.
much.
That ragness, make the TKAM. I know it be.
Thank
You
you
understand?
so
We
much.
love you. I love you that
I
way,
love
baby.
you too. Thank you so
Bye.
much. Bye.
Enjoy your evening. Bye.
All right, this is a man calling you to say this, because sometimes people often say, now women go they follow female, but this is you. Can you hear the passion in his voice?
Yeah.
What do you say to that?
I'm just like, thank you. I'm just like, excited.
Let me take another phone call. Welcome to the show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Boy from Ebutemeka.
Good to have you on the show, man. Go ahead.
Okay, I want to ask, what do you think about actors that say they can't date an actor like them or marry them?
Okay, listen to our response. Thanks for calling to the show. An actor or actors that cannot marry people in the industry, basically. What do you say?
See, I always say, okay, obviously never say never, but I also can understand them because I am not want to date people in my industry and all that, But like when I say never, you don't know what God has plans for you at the end of the day, right? I get that. Sometimes, you already know how hectic the job is. Like the job can be so overwhelming, can be so crazy, and then the drama, the online. So you just want your relationship to just be private.
Yeah.
For me, I'm talking personally. There's actually nothing wrong with it. It's an individual thing. Like me, I always like my man, just be there, just be in your own space, your own field. If you're a doctor, whatever you are, just be there, because it's a lot out there, the drama. Once you're both famous, it's easy for people to just know your lives because you guys are out there. So it's easy for people to have commentaries. Even matter when I go fight normally, couple fights when normally the people they are settled, social media go scatter around. You don't even see chance to settle things that on a normal day you be like, I beg you, don't cost me. We just find ragged and my man, my woman. You don't go fit. The social media go put san. You don't go even see chance. So it's sometimes just the fear of just having two famous people being out there. Like I don't like my man being too out there because I'm already out there. Me out there, him out there. He go na massacre. For me, he go take. Except say he's calm.
Yes.
Which is it's not easy.
It's not easy. I mean, since you brought it up, and I don't want to be. It's not one of those interviews. They ask, "Are you in love? Do you have a man?" That's not the question, because everybody they fear that kind of question. Say, but do you have that kind of love in your life that makes your heart, beat when you see this person or you see a message from that person? And if you don't, is that something that you are looking for? Are you a romantic?
I'm a hopeless romantic. Like I love love. I'm not even ashamed to say I love love. When I'm in a relationship, I'm happy. I love my man. I love spending quality time. I love affection. I buy him gifts. He buy me gifts. It's like a mutual. It's beneficial to both parties. Not just what only the man that brings to the table. Everybody they bring something called table.
True.
But table big. So like I'm a hopeless romantic. When I'm in love, I'm in love. Yeah. And to be honest, I've always been in relationship where I'm loved.
Yeah.
So I really don't know how it feels to not be loved because I'm always being loved. And my exes still send me gifts.
Wow.
Like, even when they're blocked. So I can't
even when they're blocked, they send you gifts.
Yeah, they send me gifts.
Which kind of power you get like this?
It's not like I'm a good person, I guess, and I'm sweet.
The accent change, please don't
I'm
kill
a
me.
good person. That's Lilian Afegbai's face voice. AKANCHAWA BADDIE goes, come out, release me.
But as we wrap up this conversation, I want to wrap up quite nicely. You're having a moment. I'm happy about everything that is happening for you. How important is putting yourself out there? How important is branding? Because again, you're having this moment. You've been through so much. People are, as much as they're excited for you, they're also asking, when is my moment going to come? But one thing I've seen in your career is that, for example, I think it was one of these fashion weeks, Paris, that you went for. And one would ask you, why would somebody pay a lot of money, go there, take pictures? One thing you're constantly doing is putting yourself out there. Even though people may say, what's the point of this entire thing? How important is that for somebody out there and someone that may not even have the resources? how important is it to still put yourself out there?
I think it's very important to put yourself out there because that's the only way people can see you, and people you can always be top of mind, and people can know what you do and know what you're about. And so when the opportunity comes, you are there, you're top of mind. But if you're not putting yourself out there, you will never be top of mind. So even when the opportunity comes, you are not remembered because you're not putting yourself out there. But when you constantly put yourself out there, even if you're not always remembered, one time will come, but because you are there in their faces, it's quick to say, hey, what of that girl, what of that guy? So you also want to put yourself out there so you don't miss your helpers. Like put yourself out there, but also brand yourself and keep evolving, keep being a better version of yourself. So for me, every year I keep trying to do better. Last year I went to film school. I was in LA Film School, New York Film Academy in Los Angeles for a couple of months, working on my craft, learning. So you keep always doing things to, and I know sometimes it's not easy, but you have to starve. Like I know I had to starve myself to go to school in LA. I had to save up money. I had to deprive myself of certain things. So sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right? But not still shoot yourself for leg. Find ways, chipe. Me, I always find chipe ways. Like even my trips, I always find way. Okay, no, you go do economy this one. You go do this leg. Like you always find ways around it because at the end of the day, people when they fake and still they make a move. So, but you also don't want to fake it and shoot yourself. But find a way that you're not shooting yourself on the leg, but you're still doing the things you have to do. If you have to look nice, look for one chipe tailor in Yaba somewhere. Or maybe they do this thing, or maybe they build up together, or they pay you small thing. You go they kit up, you go still show up and you still show out. Nobody knows saying that Yaba you make your clothes. Just like me, like you just have to find a way to do what you got to do to position yourself, to look the part, and just do your best. You can't kill yourself. Do the best you can and leave the rest. Yeah.
If you could say something to your haters, people that even in spite of this success are still hating on you. If you could say something to them, they're listening, they're watching, they're just yemoing. They're begging her so much data. She know what she did do. What do you say to people that are still not believers in the Lilian Afegbai brand?
I love you and you go believe. You go soon believe. No man, I love you, but you go soon believe. They believe. There's something I want to put. I don't know if I want to post it. I'm still a girl that insulted me a couple of years back, and she dropped a comment in my DM, like insulting me, like ripping me apart, saying a lot of things, like you be waka pass actress, they grow, now man they do, like she finished, bro. She ripped me apart. I remember reading this message and I was just wailing. My chest was hot, and I'm like, you don't even know me. Why are you saying so much hurtful things to me? I didn't say anything. And this same girl went to Clay Monkey drop on the same day it dropped. Yeah. This girl sent another message. I'm so sorry. You're such an amazing actress. You're so, and it just made me realize that. No, it's what it is. Like the haters will still become believers. So really, and my mind, I'm just like, I forgive you. It's because at the end of the day, you didn't know better. It's okay. Like you talk with you talk, but you still talk. It's okay. I'll take your changing mat. I accept you. Welcome on board. When God is doing certain things in your life, you also don't want bitterness to mess things up for you. Yeah. So even all the people that said no to me, the people that said this, oh no, you're not good enough, the people that said you can't be a supporting actor, you can't be a lead actor, the most important thing is they see now, they're congratulating me. So whatever they thought is irrelevant. You are messaging me. If you have to fake the message, I don't mind. I appreciate it still. Because it takes a lot for you to type that fake message. So I respect the fake message and I love you for it. So yeah.
So as we wrap this up, what do you say to Kemi Adetiba? I mean, this is a production that has been seen around the world. Still number 1 on Netflix right now. Everybody's raving about it. People that have hateful things to say, people are still watching. People that have a lot of people are just amazed at the level of production. But more than that, a lot of people are amazed at Idia, played by Lilian Afegbai. Kemi Adetiba has given you something. I mean, yes, we know God made it happen, but she, is the vessel. So what do you want to say to Kemi Adetiba?
What do I want to say to Kemi Adetiba? First of all, I want to say that I pray that God makes sure that everything you touch keeps turning to gold. Everything you touch will keep excelling because you are phenomenal. You're a fantastic human being, a director. She's kind. She's amazing. If you watch that movie, she wanted everybody. You could tell the intentionality in that film. Everybody shined. It's so funny how we have our lead, our sub leads or whatever, but everybody shined. She was so intentional about the character. She was passionate about the work. I remember she kept saying she wanted to finish the movie and make sure we, the actors in the movie, are happy. That we are happy that we're part of the project. I love her so much and I'm so grateful to her. And I just want to say thank you for seeing my talent. Thank you for respecting my talent. Thank you for bringing me out of the shitty hole that I was. Because before she came with To Kill a Monkey, I was ready to be done with acting. I was kind of done. with acting somehow. Like I don't come out. I don't say make I just go back. I could be corporate girl. Make I go back to my corporate world. They do my AKANCHAWA real estate. Do my clothing brand. They do my just they do my thing because I just tire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she came, and I just pray that God just gives her peace and happiness forever. Because she deserves it, and she's an amazing director. It was glad to experience her direct me because it was a mind-blowing experience. And you see the tsunami we put out now, shut down.
Yeah, it's a shutdown.
Period.
This has been an amazing conversation. Thank you so much, Lilian Afegbai, for coming through. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Congratulations, and we cannot wait to see the more amazing things that you do.
Thank you for having me. I really had a good time.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad. I mean, this has been J on Air. Massive thanks to Lilian Afegbai. J's take is simple. This was an amazing conversation. This is a story of tenacity. This is a story of someone that never gave up on her dreams and made you a believer. So that's my word to you. Don't give up on your dreams, and maybe you will make your haters a believer. This has been J on Air. We have this Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 6 p.m. right here on 88.5 UFM. And of course, the video of this is going to be dropping on my YouTube, J on Air TV, tomorrow at exactly 6 p.m. So in case you missed this entire conversation, catch it there tomorrow as well. Okay, I'll be back on Friday, and the guest on Friday, wow, is one you don't want to miss out on. So enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now. Bye.